for instance, became...
Virtual. Hello, fine. Hi. Can we put right here the description of a lobotomy? I totally forgot. Isn't whether they drill a hole in your head? I don't remember. Doom Eternal review. Alpha Male Gaming. Among Us edition.
I swear to God, if you throw me into that portal, I will fall. You
Portal.
were never one of us. You were nothing but an imposter.
Among Us. Amogus. Among Us. Sus. He's venting.
Doom Eternal is a game with so much testosterone dripping from its orifices that it
is
create
true.
a son via mitosis. In this adventure, you play as John Doom, a man stricken
John
with
Doom.
irrationally severe autism who does not consider or think through his actions and effects on other people. And in his quest to save mankind, kills God, and Satan God,
Oh, yeah.
who is also
Love
himself.
God.
If this in-depth and engaging hardcore male gameplay sounds
Oh,
appealing,
yeah.
then I've got the game for you. This game is
Hardcore male gaming.
of course the sequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 with a few key differences.
All right then, buddy. I'm going to shit yourself.
I'm
Which
going to
meaningfully
shit
extends
yourself.
and builds off of
Interesting.
the gameplay and challenges that we love, then extends them some more off of a fucking cliff until the product that emerges out the other side resembles crack concentrate. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've probably played the game since I don't actually
haven't.
want to help people buy things.
I actually have not played Doom at all, so tell me in the comments if I should.
I'm here to entertain people, and if you're clamoring for entertainment and haven't purchased this game yet, do yourself a favor. There's enough male hormones here to transition someone, and I can guarantee results, my fellow Sigma males. So whether you're a psychopath like me or new to modern Doom games, come with me on this amazing journey through Twitch.
Wait, hold on.
games.
I'm fact checking right now. I have Doom Eternal. That's the only game that I have. I think I bought it for like $4. Haven't touched it yet. I have, but I have not played.
Beautiful
Or
environments,
Doom 64, I think.
nonsensically fucked up lore, and remixed Mongolian throat singing. For money is temporary, but Doom is eternal.
And Doom Eternal, he said it. He said the joke. He said the meme.
I would say that Doom Eternal's gameplay is quite unique, and not for the reasons that you would think. Everything in Doom Eternal is funneled directly into a single, robust, multifaceted, multinational, and unilaterally combat system, from which
Oh my
the
God,
entire
big
game
words.
is built around. But Max0r, I hear you thinking, that's every game ever. Yes,
Yeah.
every good game ever. If I, for instance, became 12 and booted up GTA 5, every good game ever. If I, for instance, became 12 and booted up GTA 5, I would be able to do at least a dozen unfun activities. Doom's design is focused harder than the average Persona fan on his local playground, and that is special.
That's
You
Persona
will
3,
play
I
the
think.
game in the
Persona
way that
3
is fun,
Reload?
or you will lose. So as good as 2016 was, a Polygon journalist could beat the first half,
fingered
and
his
that's
eye.
unacceptable. Because yes, it is actually unfun to play games after having a lobotomy. In other games, I get to choose between things
Can we put right here the description of a lobotomy? I totally forgot. Isn't whether they drill a hole in your head? I don't remember.
like stealth, vehicles, or outright combat. Yet Doom Eternal asks the question, why not force you to use every mechanic all the time without stopping? In a world where AAA studios try to pander to everyone, it's refreshing to have a game that sets out to do one thing the best and actually have developers who give a shit about linear design and gameplay. And the main component of that
Bethesda could never, I don't know how to say it, Bethesda? That company can never care about their customers and the people who play the games. As per my last video, or last video, depending on where in the timeline where this gets uploaded, they could never.
Gameplay is the arsenal, because John Doom uses every weapon throughout the game. The first shotgun is used in the last level, and the last level is used by the first shotgun. When you get an upgrade, it isn't a replacement, it's a genuine addition to your arsenal. Every one of them has specific uses, and yet these don't interfere at all. They enhance. How do I kill an enemy? Well, shoot his hands off, fire a rocket, fire a ballista, fire flame, freeze him, fire on his freeze and froze shotgun. Fire. Just as important as how you kill is how you heal and how you restore. Fortunately, the aggression of this game rivals my dog in a kindergarten. Like real life, the only way to get ahead of the competition is to kill them. How do I heal when low? Kill them. How do I get ammo back? Kill them with a chainsaw. In addition, most weapons in the game have 2 mods which completely change their behavior. Such stunning examples would be the microwave beam, the automatic shotgun, and the fucking destroyer blade.
Wait, that's the eye thing.
Examples would be the
I don't know what that
microwave
is.
beam, the automatic shotgun, and the
This thing, I've seen this. Where did I see it? I think I saw it merch somewhere. I don't know. I've seen that eye somewhere.
On top of 8 weapons, 12 mods, and a declining mental state, we keep going. More than any one weapon,
oh yeah,
you'll
kitty
be using
cat.
the suit abilities, and they all have individual buttons. This is in addition to the 8 that you use for weapons. These would be things like zoom for fast, grenade for death,
8
Swedish grenade
for
for life,
weapons?
punch for no reason, and a flamethrower for armor. I play Invoker in Dota 2, and this shit makes me play my keyboard like it's a fucking Moonlight Sonata.
This meme right here.
For armor. I play
This is me when I play competitive games.
Invoker in Dota 2, and this shit makes me play my keyboard like it's a fucking Moonlight Sonata. I thoroughly recommend playing PC and never using
average
your weapon wheel
FPS
for
game.
maximal Ritalin output. And if you can't switch weapons fast or play on easy mode, that's fine, man. We're all busy. How about I give you 2 more buttons? You thought I was done. There's 2 ways to kill a demon in Doom Eternal.
There's
the
no
fun way or
way.
the funny way. And to maximize
funny.
the funniness level, we have the
Yay!
Crucible, which is a direct, instantaneous kill on every enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Giant area boss, dead. Previous area boss, dead. The
Wait,
final
that's-
boss. Fuck 'em. Now I hear
yes.
you thinking, Josh, that sounds pretty strong. Oh boy, buckle your ass. Because the second super weapon on my...
Wait, my reaction right here to this, is this Max0r? Or is this some random stock image? There's no way this is him, right? I don't know.
That sounds pretty strong.
I'm
oh
convinced
boy,
it is.
Buckle your ass. Because the second super weapon on my extensive list of 2 things is the BFG, which canonically stands for Big Fucking Gun. Also canonically,
Yep,
it fires
my favorite
a hole
acronym.
directly into the core of Mars.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
Yaha.
Now, I could kill an enemy the long way, or I could kill him and his dog faster than the ATF at Waco. It clears out everything you can see instantly. I am so thankful the game limits how many times you can do this. Now, I understand that at first this may seem complicated, but that just isn't true, because the entire game is effectively a tutorial for hard mode. And because you're always learning as you play, it never feels stale. Doom
This looks
even lets
so
you choose
chaotic.
what stats and runes to upgrade. I spec'd entirely into
God.
mobility
I don't think I could
and
play
ammo,
this.
making my character a flimsy, crack-addled spider monkey. As a side note, we should release dozens or possibly hundreds of macaques into New York City. They can survive there. Why does Thailand get to keep all of the good monkeys? So what more is there to learn about Doom Eternal? Well,
Love Live! Oh my god, it's Love Live! It's Love Live!
Thailand get to keep all of
Why
the
is
good
Love
monkeys.
Live in this
so
video?
What more is there to learn about Doom Eternal?
How does he know about Love Live? How?
Well, have you ever given thought to the various
That's a
unwashed baboons that
snowhalation.
I'm fighting? The answer may shock you. Those are the...
Why did he put Love Live? Please tell me, chat. If you are a Love Live geek, if you're geeked about Love Live, please tell me in the comments so I know who to have as my favorite chatter. My favorite.
As you may have guessed,
my favorites.
there are at least 3, perhaps 4 demons
I love
in the game,
Love
which
Live.
is a
I'm an
lot for
OG
someone
fan.
who is a small, blonde anime lolly such as myself. But it's the variety of the demons that
Me.
make the game interesting. Demons can fly, they can roll around like hedgehogs, contract obesity, and be bastards. Who is Sandy Loam? Who is Tsushima? Amy Rose? I
Ghost
didn't
of
know she could
Tsushima.
stand. The point of the entire
Need
game,
to play that
therefore,
game.
is to balance targets, switch weapons, and scream internally as you repeatedly fail
Oh my
to
God.
be cool. Just like high school. What I'm getting at is every demon has completely different behavior and goals from one another. The Doom Hunter rolls around in a comically small tank. The zombies, like us, exist to die. And the Marauder produces controversy. He does a lot of damage, blocks your attacks, fights you at wild speeds, and can only be attacked after blatantly signaling so.
I don't think my hand-eye coordination would even bother to keep up because that's a lot. I think this game is a lot, and I think this game is a lot for me, and I don't think I'd be good at this game. It looks fun, don't get me wrong. It's just I think I'd be actual garbage at this
I
game.
personally have no issue with him, as I find the challenge fun and engaging. And if you don't, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're
Holy
bad.
shit.
I'm not
This
getting
reminds
into
me of
details for each
COD
one,
Zombies.
since that's not funny, but don't worry. There are 27 of them without
my God.
DLC. And if you're wondering
Without?
why I'm fighting the entire cast of Dante's Inferno, you're actually in the
Ooh,
minority.
okay.
This game
Who's
tries
that
at
from?
every
Wait,
moment
can we
to
go
make
back
the
to Fine
entire
Shite?
cast of Dante's Inferno
Virtual. Hello, fine sight.
You're actually the minority. This game tries at every moment to make exposition collectible. Why is there just a fucking big spear in the planet, and why is heaven comprised entirely of moth people?
You cannot stop the procession.
Moth people like Juniper?
It feels like one guy wrote the events of
too.
the game, and another guy invented LSD just to write the backstory. So I'm going to combine both of them into a single, accurate interpretation of the Doom lore. If I say something objectionable, just pretend that it's right.
Yeah, pretend it's right. True. I will agree.
One Brazilian years ago, there was a guy named the Dad who was effectively God, and he made moths in lamp heaven called the Makers. Every 10,000 years, all moths combine their collective consciousness into one gigamoth called the Con Maker, who is the Moth Pope. So the moths rule over the galaxy, sort of, until Earth happens, and then we start fucking everything up. The Moth Pope finds John Doom after a spree of murders, and he explains to her that yes, hell exists. It's weird that humans knew about hell before God. Anyways, the Moth Pope, after finding out that hell is real, very reasonably decides to sacrifice a planet to it.
Interesting.
See, it turns out that God literally pieced the fuck out like 10 million years ago and let the moths do whatever they wanted. So now the Con Maker cannot be replaced and cannot die. So she sort of goes insane from the constant immortality. Now the plan is to get some of that sweet hell energy by repeatedly sacrificing entire planets to the Dark Lord in exchange for it. Meanwhile, a sentient robot named Samuel Hayden is very busy on Mars. Earth has this problem called climate change. And we need to find a new energy source. So instead of something hard and difficult like solar power, Samuel Hayden is like, what if we extract this cool blue energy from hell? Also, it's on Mars. Earth does this until hell begins breaking into Mars, and John Doom stops them. Which
oh my god, fingered his eye again.
This makes Samuel Hayden mad because he's funded by the Koch brothers and really doesn't want to build a windmill. So instead of destroying the demonic crucible...
Why? Oh my god, why? Oh my god, why? Why was that in there?
Back to Earth and catapults John Doom into the backstory planet. If you think that sounds unreasonable, just remember that we considered blotting out the sun before building a fucking solar panel.
I only poo-poo farted for the good.
I poo-poo farted. Wait, hold on. How old is this video? Oh, okay, never mind. That's understandable. Okay, I was just making sure how old this video is. 4 years old.
Blue energy for the
just making
sure.
John
Doom has to fight both Catholics and hell. And as you go through the game, you might notice that it just brings up random shit at will. Like, oh, sorry, the Soul Factory is being held there by 2 gigantic titans. And it's like, okay, I guess Attack on Titan is real now. Doomslayer, you'll need this knife to kill my son. Oh shit, what'd he do? He's the giant, uncontrollable Deer Titan. The plot of the main
Deer
game,
Titan? That's gas, actually.
And acts as an increasing
That's actually kind of cool. I might play now.
Convoluted tasks. Just in this one game, John Doom finds an ancient city like 3 times, goes to the North Pole to kill Santa, fights Croatia, does a little trolling, does a little cockfighting, invades heaven, and permanently kills God, but we'll get back to that. Doom 2016 took place on Mars, but this game has you slung around the universe on a fucking bungee cord. So I understand completely when people say they don't play Doom Eternal for the plot. They're just wrong. I play Doom Eternal for the plot, and that might sound
the plot,
but Eternal's plot is pure insanity, and it does everything that it needs to. We are painfully aware that the plot exists as a contrivance because the environmental designer went fucking ballistic. I just don't care. I played every single level, wondering, oh boy, what stupid shit is next? I cannot fucking wait. So play the game for the plot. It is integral to the experience of Doom Eternal. Oh, but Max0r, there's a plot hole. How did the Doomslayer get the first? Everything I've said so far, except some of it, applies in full partially to the base game. But there's $40 redos of DLC where the gameplay is faster, the challenge harder, and the plot somehow even fucking worse in all the right departments. 2016 was a walk. Eternal is
$40 is
and the
crazy.
Ancient Gods is fucking Venezuelan inflation. You thought it was over when John Doom beat the demons and destroyed all of heaven, but you were wrong. That's just the beginning.
Wrong.
And with both parts of the DLC now fully out, my recommendation cannot be understated. Let's get into why, and more importantly, what. This section of the video is going to be different, far more structural, and aligned with the plot of the DLC. Because the gameplay isn't what's new about the product, it's the challenge and the story. I originally wrote an entire script and then trashed it because it doesn't truly communicate how this DLC drove me to insanity, and I hard cope by simping for 2D women. I will tell you if there's a very big gameplay change, but the point of the DLC is more of what's amazing. If you like Doom Eternal, you will like the DLC. Period. Okay, so Samuel Hayden, you might know him for his various appearances on political YouTube debates advocating for carbon positivity. It turns out that he's not a robot. He's a fucking the DLC. period. Okay,
Period.
so Samuel Hayden, you might know him for his various appearances on political YouTube debates.
What is this? This furry art?
It's advocating for
I'm gonna
carbon
act like I didn't see
positivity.
that.
It turns out that he's not a robot. He's a
Shout
fucking
out
angel.
to-
Also,
Shout out to the shout out to furries.
John Doom's Alexa is God. That's not a joke or exaggeration. His name is Vega, and he is the physical remnant of God's consciousness in AI form. So Samuel, now a fucking divine being, wants you to revive him since both God and Satan are trapped in volleyballs. At this point, the video can't have spoilers because it makes no fucking sense. The first DLC
Human
is
trapped in
essentially
balls.
trolling
How
because
nice.
You kill God. Why? Well, obviously to revive Satan, exclusively so you can fight him.
What could go wrong?
Of particular note
Everything.
here on the gameplay side
Everything
is the
can go
final
wrong.
boss, who is Samuel Hayden, because holy shit, this fight is hard. Also, the premise is ridiculous, and my enjoyment
That's
of the game is hurt
cool.
by neither. Every aspect of this is speedy, fun, and everything else I've already said about the game in general. And when you finally beat Samuel and revive the Dark Lord, it turns out
The Dark Lord, like Castlevania?
Yeah. The only thing in the world that could possibly kill John Doom, himself.
No blood can be
Is this John Doom?
in this holy.
Is this John Doom? Oh my god.
So now the not you decides to go to hell.
The not
where we
you,
all belong.
okay,
The
so
second
John
DLC
Doom.
is just chasing him. This is, of course, where the testosterone moves into critical levels. How does one get to the capital city of
Why
hell?
is
Well,
Paimon
that's a great question. First of all, go
Cleveland,
to the planet
Ohio.
of Argentinoor, light the bat signal, learn how to train your dragon. Okay, go into the giant
Train your
spear that
dragon.
pierces the entire planet.
Wait,
for
you can
some
ride.
reason. Get the key. To
Wait, you can ride a dragon in Halo? Oh, that's
Now
cool.
go back to Earth, traverse The Last of Us 2, and find the Gate of Doom. But before I get to the final showdown with Crash Bandicoot Twin Sanity, there's
Oh my
some
god.
cool gameplay I want to talk
Wait,
about.
wait, which Crash Bandicoot is that?
Now go back to Earth, traverse The Last of Us 2, and find the Gate of Doom. But before I get to the final showdown with Crash Bandicoot,
Wait, Twin Sanity. What's the
traverse
other one?
Last Crash
Oh, Twin
Bandicoot
Sanity,
Twin
okay.
Sanity.
My
There's some
favorite is
cool
Wrath of
gameplay I want to
Cortex.
talk about. You have a fucking hammer in this DLC, primarily used to defy the laws of gravity, but secondarily gives you everything in the game. Health, no problem. Ammo, absolutely. My deepest, darkest urges, yes. As I used this, I became more obsessed with hammers than Bob the fucking Builder. And there's plenty of demons to use it on, since the DLC adds a shitload of reskins. For instance, the Spirit is a congealed amphetamine mass that makes every infested target 3 times faster. Microsoft Pinball, who is fun to
Microsoft. I like how he puts VTuber clips in here, like very sped up. It's so
fight,
funny.
I promise. And the Blood Makers. They are
The Blood
my original
Makers.
OC. Do not steal it. So now that we've reached Cleveland, it's time for the DLC to gain
Oh, yeah.
style. This is
We
the
reached
culmination of
Cleveland,
all of our work,
Ohio.
the final battle against Satan himself. And holy shit, you can feel it. When the Sentinel army shows up and everyone's ready to kick ass,
Oh
you
my
just can't help
God.
but feel like your dick is being tickled. Cleveland lives up to the hype too.
My
for
dick's
once,
getting
because
tickled.
It's a
What?
non-stop battle of epic proportions right up until the final boss. This is a universe which implicitly acknowledges your godlike power by making the only credible threat to you your identical twin with red eyes in a Gundam. That is called
In a
fucking
Gundam?
gameplay. And it's a beautiful send-off right up until
That's
the
so
man
funny.
himself, who awkwardly waddles around the arena like a penguin. But that's fine. The fight
He's
is still
Club Penguin emoting.
Wow, you know, it's so
Wow.
sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma.
Who the hell is
Ligma.
Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls.
Ligma balls.
Now, before we defenestrate, there's a few details I want to talk about that truly complete this game, make it a real 10 out of good.
Ligma
Firstly,
balls.
I would classify the music of this game as metal without guitars, and I fucking dig it so much.
Yeah,
How do you
true.
make
I
metal
do
without
like
a
Doom's,
guitar? Well,
music.
You sample Mongolian throat singing and your lawnmower.
It just sounds so good.
Normally, music isn't very important, but it's so good that it becomes important. And the role
It
it
makes
plays in setting
you-
your mood is
Playing this kind of music while playing games, it just puts you in that like mood, in that like feeling that like you're on top of the fucking world. I don't
also,
know.
The main composer, Mick Gordon, like me,
Hey there.
watches virtual YouTubers every waking
He
second of his day.
watches VTubers.
Hey, great minds think alike. In fact,
Oh
most
my
of the
God.
music in this video is just Doom Eternal soundtrack.
That's
Guess you'll have to
crazy.
rewatch it over and over again to really listen. Finally, this game looks really good. Not in a, oh wow, look at all these particles I'm
Oh,
stroking
wow.
out way.
I'm
It's more like, how does literally
stroking.
anyone have time to model all of the
Stroking my
geometry in the
shit.
game? It is unreal. It is so downright inspired that it makes you feel bad while playing it. Doom Eternal
Yeah.
is such a fast and pulse-pounding game that it's like sprinting through
Pounding.
the fucking Louvre. How am I supposed to appreciate the Mona Lisa when it looks like this? Should you buy the game? Yes, I am very biased.
Yes,
If speed
I
and action
will.
is what you crave and you want to induce cardiac arrest early, this is your game. I would like to thank the Demonic Brotherhood funding this channel in exchange for their souls. If you would like to
Ew.
engage in blood sacrifice on my behalf, you can head to my Patreon to learn more. Thank you all for watching.
You
and
can
of course,
learn-
run, they're coming.
You can learn more about VTubers and Halo and yeah, by joining my membership on my YouTube channel and give me your soul. I have it. It's mine now. Bye. I'm taking it. I'm running. Come and get it.